Booyah! Wednesday live stream with me, Patrick, and after a long break, you had a sabbatical time. Wlad is back.
Hello.
Wlad is back with me, and this week is release week. Forgot to set up my applause. Do I still have it? No. So I have to fake it. Release week. We have a port Royale 4 on next-gen consoles, the PS5, and that's now a little
That's nice.
strange.
We have special effects in this episode.
Yeah, this is the translucent edition of Port Royale 4. No, for sure this is the Xbox One, and you can hopefully see this is the Series X version. Why is there not an S displayed? Because the S doesn't have a disk drive. Yes, and it's translucent because of the key. Simple as that. And I thought only Friday would be 2 streams. Snarford, hi. No, today that was planned with Port Royale 4, and on Friday there are 2 streams with Space-Based Utopia, because also a release. 2 releases in 1 week. This is not bad. Port Royale 4 is also available on PC and on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I played it on the Nintendo Switch. And for sure, PS4 and the Xbox One family. They have 3 consoles, 3 Xbox One consoles. How many PS4s are there? 3 as well.
The regular one, Slim, and
The
Pro.
Pro. Yes, with the Xbox, they have the Xbox One, the One S, and the One X, and the all-digital version.
Ah, yeah,
4.
right.
Microsoft wins. No, not really, I think. Danny Steutner, hi Patrick, and Co, good vibes. Wash hands, good vibes. Yes, definitely good vibes. Although I'm pretty tired because of my sleeping situation at the moment. In previous streams, I told you guys that I have some shoulder issues, and it hurts pretty much, and that causes some problems at night. So when I'm turning, then I'm awake, and because it hurts. That's the problem. Do we have some games on? No, not at the moment, but we will have. Port Royale 4, a massive trading simulation game with a huge map. What I think it's really impressive is that satellite view, and then you can zoom straight into onto the deck, and you see people walking around in the cities and all that stuff. That's really amazing. If I want to do something similar in a video, I have to add several layers, merging them together and doing some stuff. In that case, it's the engine. Gaming Minds, they're using their own engine, which I think is also very impressive, I think.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. And also the thing is, we have this huge map, but when you zoom into the ship, you see a lot of details too, which is pretty cool, yeah.
Shout out to my main man, Patrick and Wlad. Thanks, team. So Port Royale 4 is out now for a while, so I think a lot of people know what's going on in that game. So for those people that don't know what they can expect from Port Royale 4, we want to show a little bit of the mechanics and what to do and how you can have fun, because there are also some random tasks you can fulfill, and trying to find some pieces of a treasure map there are also some possibilities. And yeah, we're playing it on the Xbox Series X. Last time, a couple of weeks ago, we did a preview stream on the PS5. And the most important question for me is, I'm always asking, how do I pause and unpause the game?
Well, I hope we will find out today.
I didn't find it out on the Nintendo Switch, and that was so weak. And as well as on the PS5. On the PS5, you have to swipe over.
PS5, yeah, it's nice, but also a bit tricky if you expect it. So yeah.
Yes,
but you had some help, and
yes, it was so awesome that you were in that chat. Yeah, Hugo, the costume of the press is an interesting surprise. I forgot my pirate hat and my eye patch at home because it's the one from my daughters, and I left it at home. And with that hat and the patch, it would fit more to that pirate thing. But so I'm only have this thing on, but it works. It works. Okay, let's move to this here. Okay, now we should have some game sound as well. Yes, you can switch that here. Okay, where shall we start?
I think we will start with a free game and just have a look at all the new things.
The eye patch, is that an Apple product? Yeah, I think so. Check if I can mute us. No, does not work.
Oh, by the way, you can see here the Buccaneer mode is already available. All the DLC and all that stuff is already on the disc for next gen.
Yes, it's displayed here on this retail version. Port Royale 4 Extended Edition, Buccaneers DLC, Extended Edition DLC, and a poster. Awesome. I switched my mic off for a second because my nose. Check. I'm back. Anna van der Heijden does not sound like a Spanish sailor. Okay, was that the name?
Yes. Well, she can still work for Spain.
Yes. Maybe for some people that's a game breaker. Oh, that name isn't. Okay, here we are. Seville is our hometown.
Yes, right. We started with a mixed task list, so there are various different objectives for us. The first one is to plunder towns, but to do that we need a bit of money. So first we set up a trade route.
Great. Abe is in the chat. Have a good stream, fellas. Thanks for joining. Cool. So, this.
Now the most important part, switching on and off time with this button.
Oh, okay. This was yeah. So for me, disturbing. There is, can see here. There is a
yeah,
line.
the line. No.
I will fix that. Definitely have to fix that. So I will go behind. Check the camera. Ah, yes, I see where the problem is. Ta-da! It's gone. Someone manipulated the camera, maybe. Sometimes there are people coming inside this room and saying, "Whoa, This is like a TV studio. Let's play around with the camera.
Well, here we see the new features. A nice little detail in the next gen versions, the statue in your hometown, right here. And also there is a new texture in your town. See it here, kind of, yeah. Also,
look at it.
It runs very smoothly. The performance is quite good. Especially on the Xbox Series X, so... yeah.
Nice. Yes, so many details, trees, all that stuff. And there are also some temple ruins or oh, there's a waterfall.
Yes.
Haven't seen that before.
There are also like some tent cities or
What?
something like that. Tents.
Yeah,
From-
but I've never discovered them.
Let's have a look if we can find it.
Maybe there? No.
Oh, this is from the town. I would guess it's more up north. Well, here's like a village, but that's not
okay.
what I
Yeah,
was looking for. Or a farm? I guess more like a farm.
Oh, they have some tents. Yeah.
Hmm.
Never discovered that. Cool. Yes, it's a lot about trading. We had one viewer a couple of weeks ago, and he told me that he set everything, the whole trading thing, to manual.
Oh.
So I think we will do the automatic thing because it's much more convenient for the stream, and especially for me when I'm playing that game at home. I usually use that automatic thing, which works pretty fine. But he's trading all manual, and I found that really impressive. And there was also there's also a viewer and subscriber, Juseko, who is an absolutely Tropico 6 Pro. And Imi from Realmforge told me that he's faster than the developers in beating the levels. And but that's cool. That means that people are willing to invest their time because they like it, how the mechanics works, how the game performs. And I must say, even on the Nintendo Switch, which has much lower performance for sure, the whole mechanics were really good, and I had a nice time playing it. And I'm thinking about getting a Switch OLED.
Okay.
But there is one thing that has to happen, is that my daughter says, I want a Nintendo Switch for Christmas. And so then she can have my old one.
Oh, okay. I thought you would buy her the new one, but you play it then all the time.
Yes, for sure. Yes, that game runs really smoothly. So we have nothing to complain. Everything is really next gen like. And for sure, if you have the PS4 version or the Xbox One version, you can upgrade that for free. Hi guys, great game, one of my favorites. I'm playing it on Switch Lite, and it's absolutely fine on next-gen console. It's brilliant. The visuals are incredibly relaxing. Yes, the whole game is very relaxing. The soundtrack, as always, is really good. Fits perfect to the atmosphere. And yes, on the Nintendo Switch, I'm also playing it at home on the Nintendo Switch, and the whole mechanics, especially the wheel menu, works really fine. Do not have any complaints.
Let's buy some new ships.
Merchant vessel. It's not a warship, it's just for trading. So
Yes.
we have no cannons here at the moment.
I think we could build some
Yes, we can.
warships.
Yes, we
but-
can buy ships, but we can also let them be built.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
The thing is just when we buy ships, there can be various different ships. Mostly it's just like the lower tier trading ships, but when we order them, we have to look which what kind of port is there.
Mhm.
So here it's the town of the Viceroy, so there is a bigger port, harbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So there was one task I had. It was quite at the beginning where I had to bring some workers and bring them to different towns. And then I realized that it would last a million years or so with my current vessels. So I definitely had to buy a few ones, and then I only had to move a couple of times, and then that task was finished.
Oh.
Can you repair ships as well? If so, you are more advanced than the German Navy. Yes, you do have to repair your ships.
Yes.
And I think, for example, if you maneuver your bigger ships, they're better in the deep sea, but you cannot get that close. I think that also will demolish.
Well, it depends on the wind. For example, I mean here when it's red, you can take damage.
Ah, okay.
Also, of course, depending on the wind, the route takes longer or shorter. When you are sailing against the wind, it takes longer, of course.
Marchcaf. I also like the turn-based combat. Not for everyone, maybe, but it fits very well with the flow of the gameplay. More strategy, less button smashing. Yes, I like turn-based battles, but I also like real-time. So I could live with both, I think. But yeah, yes, at the moment, I think I prefer a bit more that strategy parts because it calms my gaming. So you're coming home from work, playing a game, and then maybe you are you are done. You don't want to have monsters behind every corner and to fight them react. So with that turn-based strategy, it's more like a game of chess, something like that.
Yeah.
You can really think about that and the next step and what would they do. I really like that. So that's the reason why I like playing Immortal Realms or Disciples Liberation, for example. Did you play Disciples Liberation a bit?
Yes, but just a bit. I would like to play it more. It looks quite good every time I see my colleagues playing it. So yeah, I would like to check it out too. Also because it's more story driven, and I mean, basically I like story driven games more. And a lot of R games are more like, yeah, you build something, you're kind kind of a powerful guy who does stuff, but there is not a lot of story. You are just like building things up. So
Oh, the birds.
yeah.
Oh, we have a question on Facebook from Philip. Will there be different graphic modes, or is that just the upgrade, or can I switch some things in the menu?
There's just the upgrade.
Yes, I played Disciples Liberation for I think 6.5 hours or so, and I'm also looking forward to that game. I will definitely play it at home on my Series S, and yeah, then I have to start it from new because I played it here on PC. Snowfall, shall I really read that question loud? But I like it. Okay. Well, question about storms. Since the Caribbean is in the northern hemisphere, storms should rotate counterclockwise and move northwest. Do you know if the developers implemented these details?
I am not quite sure, but I think they did. I saw quite a bit of the research they did, so I think they took this into account.
They researched a lot. I visited Gaming Minds, really in their offices, and they did so many research about the ships and all that stuff. I would not be surprised
Yeah.
if they haven't checked that out as well.
Also, like the countries and the geography there, they have like all the examples of different the different areas. Let me have a look if I find something. Well, anyways, there were like some areas that I could
Yeah.
that I remembered when I looked at the pictures that they had used and
Okay.
what was implemented in the game.
Cool. Series and S. Yes, the Xbox Series, the true S. Who are you reading on Wikipedia? Yes, Disciples Liberation is coming out next month on PC and on all that consoles. Oh, is that
A treasure hunt, yes. Let's take this ship here and
Yeah,
get it over
I'll
here.
try to go on to a treasure hunt. Nabn, the alchemist. Hey. Yes. Did you see that stream I had with Constantine, Disciples Liberation?
Only a part of it.
The coolest thing was, and we freed a land. They had a really mean baron reigning over them. And then the people came out of their hideouts and said, "Whoa, you freed us from that baron, and you are our baroness now." And then we had to do a speech, and we could choose between three ways we would run this speech. And we used the mean one, and then Aviana told them, "Get on your knees or break your legs." That was really funny, and even the producer who watched the stream, he said, "Okay, I know a lot about this game, but I haven't tried all the possibilities of the answers out. But I never had this one, and that was great.
Mm.
So we returned Aviana to a very mean person.
Well, maybe it was just a phase for her, so next time she will be nice again.
I'm not sure. So usually, if I have the chance in a game to choose which kind of person I would love to be, I always try to be a person like I would choose. I would be. I have not the guts to say no. Now I'm the bad guy. And I really try in Disciples Liberation to be a bad Aviana.
Mm-hmm.
I really tried. English stream. Sorry, no problem. You can also write in German. It's no problem. Kneel down, yeah, or break your legs. You know, every trace of hope vanished from the faces of the peasants. Yes, that was that was really good. Last Friday I had a German stream, Disciples Liberation, with Jan.
Mm-hmm.
That was also pretty good. So what do we have to do?
I have to find someone near Evangelista, but I guess he's a bit further away.
Sometimes it's quite tricky. I can hear us. No. Ta-da. Yes, and this game will be released on Friday on PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles. 4 people.
Oh, I
there.
found him.
Oh, got it. Cool. Yes, the game will run in 4K, except for sure the Xbox Series S, which is not a 4K console, but you have cross-gen save capability. There's a real-time cloud rendering, yes. Do we want to also have... There are also 4 lighthouses, blueprints to 5 magnificent parks. There is some news, and as well here on the extended edition, you will also get the Buccaneers DLC. You don't have a next-gen console at home, right?
No.
No, not yet. Or
Not yet. I will probably get a PS5 someday.
okay.
I'm really looking forward to the exclusives, so...
Yeah, the exclusives are fine, definitely.
Only there are not that many at this moment, so...
Oh, there was this week a new game, Kena.
Yeah, but I mean, in general, there
Yes.
is like Ratchet and Clank, which looks pretty great,
Yeah.
and otherwise they had like a couple of games that came out as a director's cut,
Mm-hmm.
but they were already played them on PS4, so for that little bit of extra content, I don't know. But they had their showcase a couple
Yeah.
of weeks ago that looked pretty good.
Which game did you like most, or took your interest?
Well, definitely I'm curious to see the new God of War. and Spider-Man. Those look pretty good. Oh, and that Wolverine teaser.
Oh,
I would like to see more of that, but I think that will be good too.
I've heard it's in a very early uh, point of
Yeah,
production.
probably because you only saw his hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have to wait maybe until
Yeah.
2023 or so. At the earliest, I think we will see more of that game, I
Yeah,
think.
that's okay for me. It just has to be good when it's released.
Yes. We have a lot of games to play until that release.
Yeah.
What do you think about Forspoken?
What was that again?
That was with that girl that was moved to that fantasy world, and then she could do some spells, and she had this. She put this enemy into a water bubble that looked really liquid and moved it up. Well, I tried to find it. I think that was that game.
Probably when I see a picture, I will remember
so,
it, but at the moment.
It's from Amy Hennig.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's probably interesting.
Might be, yes.
Yeah.
Forspoken. That's some really good graphics in that demo. With this game. I can remember because it was something new, you know? It was not an existing IP.
I don't remember anything of it actually. I don't know. Maybe I skipped it accidentally.
Accidentally. And for you, there is a new game out, I think this week. Is it called Lost Judgment?
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess that's great.
I triggered something. I triggered something.
Yeah, that one I know. It's from the guys who made Yakuza.
Yes,
So
yes. And you are a huge fan of that.
yeah,
Let's Mob Coruscant stream as well, yes. But I'm not sure, so all your colleagues told me that if you are too mean to your companions in Disciples Liberation, then they can move away.
okay.
They will leave you. And so to find the balance between how mean can I be, maybe I will play the hero, the good guy, as always. Are there any news on whether there will be more DLC after the release of the next gen versions? No, at the moment we have no infos about DLCs. I know. Yes, we know more than you guys do, definitely, but we cannot talk about that. But yeah, sorry for that. And as always, subscribe to Calypso Live, the YouTube channel. There is a news format presented by me. And if I'm allowed to, I will produce a news video about the latest games, DLCs, announcements, releases. Yeah, that's it. But there will be a couple of informations in the next couple of weeks. But at the moment, everyone is really looking forward to the Disciples Liberation release. This is our biggest game this year, and it's really a huge one. And so most of the concentration points to that title at the moment. And I think sometimes, especially if you have such a huge project like that, you have to promote and all that stuff, and then coming up with some new things, for example, for Tropico or Railway Empire, which are also huge titles, but they are still out there, and the people know what they have, and then you trying to promote a new title, and then we have a DLC for Railway Empire and we have a DLC for Tropico, then the people would rather move to those titles. So
Yeah.
you would that would destroy those campaigns, I think. Did the lack of next-gen consoles on the market delayed this extended edition? I think, I really don't know, but I think that situation for some publisher or developers, maybe it's okay because they have a little bit more time. They do not have that pressure to bring their next-gen versions out as fast as possible. So because not so many people do have a next-gen console. But in this case, I don't know. I think we were almost in time releasing this next-gen versions of these games. This can happen with your real colleagues in the office too.
He's referring to being mean in Disciples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they run away.
Yeah.
Okay. But there is no mean person.
Here, no.
No. Maybe der Siegwart knows a mean person.
I really don't remember where the tents were. Which is kind of funny because you could see it from pretty far away.
It's the only thing, the only human-made thing you can see from outer space. The tent village.
Yeah, it's I think like a circle almost.
Now we are welcome to 2 hours of searching a tent village in Port Royale 4. It's really strange here. I have to check out a few things because the computer guy is doing some weird things. But no, we are live. Okay. It doesn't show me the stream here. Okay, this is the famous wheel menu.
What can I do for you?
Yes. I'm not getting a lot of fame here, unfortunately. I would like to hire a captain finally, so I can buy warships and use them.
And the captains are very important in the fights as well, because they have special tactics.
Yeah, and in general you need them to use warships.
Okay.
But yeah, also the different abilities can be very useful. I guess I'm too used to the Buccaneer mode where you just fight and get all the fame points, and here you have to deliver the goods. It's a normal mode, so you have to deliver the goods to the Viceroy town.
I think maybe if we want to fight in half an hour or so, we can switch, so that's no problem. There is a chance to do something I like really much, is that dice game.
Nice
what we
to
can
see
do
you.
later on.
Right, yeah. We can do it now.
We can do it now, so we need an inn.
Was it in every town or just in your towns?
That's a good
quite
question.
remember.
I think you only need an inn. I
yes,
remember I built an inn in another town, and so I could do that game of dice. Okay,
Okay, I think you have more experience here. Which one?
Okay,
should
we have one. No, don't. 1, 2, 3. I would discard this one.
This one?
Yeah, maybe we can get a 4. You know, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be awesome.
Okay, so roll it.
Yeah. Come on,
What is the chance to get the
you piece of. Okay,
Okay,
but I'm not very good in that as well.
Great.
Yeah,
Do it again.
yeah, let's do it again. So
If it's once again one.
we've lost it. I have
Oh,
four
I
identical
win.
dice. You only have two identical ones. Therefore, I win. Yeah, we should have gone for another one. Okay, next round. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No.
It looks good, right?
Yeah,
So just roll
looks fine.
without doing it.
Oh my, I have two same dice, but you have a straight. You've won! Bam! Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Looks good again, right?
Hmm?
Looks good, right? Or should we change?
Yeah, she has two of the same.
Hmm.
And now we have to think about with 1, 2, 3. We need a 4.
Oh, okay.
But can we get a 4? I would pick all of them and do another.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's no problem.
Oh,
And now she has 3, so we have to pick all 5 of them.
okay.
She's 3, no chance. I have a full house. You only have 2 identical dice. Okay, we have pick that 6 and go. Pick that 2. Come on. Yes. But you have a full house. You have 1. Yes. Okay. With 2 3s, so pick these 3s: the 1, the 2, and the 4. Then
The
pick the
6?
6. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I have nothing, so you win.
Ah, nice.
So we have to win. I don't know how many games.
Oh,
6.
this looks good, I think.
That
Just
looks
the
good.
3, right?
Yeah, just the 3. Yes. Again. Booyah!
Okay.
Oh no. Oh, no, but can be
Okay,
true. We
well,
both have
okay,
a full
so-
house, but you have
yeah,
the higher
nice.
numbers. Boom. Yes, that looks awesome. Again. Yes. Yeah. I think we only have to win another one. Okay, yes, that 2, that skull dice.
Should we keep it like that?
Yes, that's the safe way. Oh, yeah, very good. I have 4 matches, but you only have a full house. I win. Okay. Yeah, it was bad luck.
No, this looks good.
That looks amazing. So pick the 5 and the 1. Yep, bam. That's it. No one would beat that. What? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes.
Nah.
Ah. Lost again.
Well,
Oh,
I guess we will never go to Vegas.
Oh, we're so good at a point. Dang. Ah.
Well, then.
Maybe we had to spit at the screen or so into the dice.
Well, then let's pray.
Let's pray.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur
Oi
nomen
Domini,
tuum, adveniat regnum
Sancti,
tuum, fiat voluntas
Lud,
tua, sicut in cielo et in
the
terra.
god of dices. Dice game. No, not from. What is it? Is Dice a developer or?
Yes.
That Dice is the developer. Yeah. Sometimes it's not easy to. Which is the developer or was the publisher?
Yeah, I mean, some developers are also publishing.
Yeah,
which
that's right,
Makes
yeah.
it complicated.
It's like what is-
Gearbox?
No. It's something very unnecessary. All thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs.
Ah, yeah.
Sometimes trading and sea battles are just collateral, a hobby between matches of dice. Yes, we're professional dice players here.
Just when I thought
Hate that we lost against this. Did you see her? This brat. God. What is that? What's going on?
Oh, there are commodities, but my ship is full. Let's first sell everything.
Yes, definitely. These days, even EA can publish indie games. I learned that at Gamescom this year. Do you know what he means? EA won a prize Best Independent Game at Gamescom.
That's great.
That's fantastic. These prizes at Gamescom. Even Elden Ring won a prize. This game isn't out yet.
Well, but
Most anticipated game.
well, that at least makes sense.
Come on. So I'm really waiting for that game, but there is nothing. And here is a prize. You did a good job in
Being anticipated. I mean, you are waiting for it, so it did something right.
What is your job? I'm an anticipator.
Does it pay well? Hell no.
I'm an anticipator. This is my new club sentence when there is a girl and so hey, I'm an anticipator. I want a prize. Do you know how Keanu Reeves talks to girls in the club?
He says I'm Keanu Reeves.
No, that would be too obvious. No, and he said that in an interview, and there was it was a terrible interview, but Keanu Reeves made it so funny, and she asked him what is how he starts talking to a girl in the club, and he said, "Hey, I'm that guy who plays John Wick." Thank you. Thank you for your company. Good evening, guys. See you next time. Friday. Space-Based Utopia. 2 streams and 1 German stream from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. With the developer, Runforge, and then the international release stream from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Oh yeah, that's right. Most anticipated game 2021, but the release date is 2022.
Then, yeah.
Oh come on, yes, that was so. Those prizes. But the most ridiculous part of the Gamescom was the minute-long trailer of Death Stranding features absolutely nobody ever asked for. I'm not so sure if that's true. I've heard a couple of people that are really looking forward to these features, and it will be out, I think, next week or so. The director's cut.
I don't know.
It's pretty soon. Yes. No, I'm not. not sure if nobody asked for that.
But isn't there like a racing track or something?
Yeah.
It's
Yes, that's
a bit
what I
weird.
saw. But it looked like there is more action inside of that director's cut thing. I'm not sure. I didn't ask for it. I like Death Stranding as that game that it is.
You have played it?
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
Not yet. I know what the people thought this is gonna be the best game of the world. All the people were hyped about it, and then it is just a relaxing game. But do you know what is that game? Is that Snow Runner? You know, where you have these big trucks and you
Yeah.
have to run through these very harsh surfaces with that.
Wasn't... Yeah, I think you're right.
I think Snow Runner, and there is also Mud Runner or something like that. And I think this is something like that. This is... It's not really relaxing, but it's you against the virtual nature.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's good. Why not?
Yeah, but I mean, on the other hand, there were like those ridiculous action sequences where it's like a war game. I thought that was pretty weird.
Mud Runner was the first game, and Snow Runner is the second one. Yes, and I would compare this a little bit with these games. Story-driven atmospheric game. Here have racetracks and a robot, so you don't have to walk yourself and can think about your next move. Okay, that's a point. Those were when the people did not ask for. But I think with that more maybe action elements, I think a lot of people will like that as well. And especially it's optimized for next-gen consoles, so the Death Stranding the director's cut will only be on PS5 and not on PS4. And the graphics were really good. And I think
Yeah.
that with a little boost, then but nobody thinks optional skydiving missions in Snow Runner. Yeah, okay. Okay. But that's again, that's a point. Hideo Kojima produced a game where he thought, yes, this is the game I want to produce.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I think, very honorable that he's
Yeah.
brave enough
Just when I thought I might.
to produce such a game. And he did that, and then the people, I don't know what I think it was not a flop or so.
No, I don't think so.
But he listened to people that they want to have some more stuff into that game, more action and what they believed in. He listened, and then he changed a few things. I think that's overall it's a good sign from him that he actually listens to people and changes a few things. And
But the funny thing is,
For your
somewhere I read
information,
that
we are
it's
now
called
at war
director's
with
cut,
England.
but he said it's not really the director's cut. It's just some extra goodies. It's more like an extended edition. or
yes,
something.
it's director's cut. That I think they have chosen this because it's a marketing thing. Director's cut always not every movie that comes out on DVD or Blu-ray where director's cut is on the label is a true
Yeah.
director's cut. It's just a marketing trick to say it's the same thing in another box or so. And they use this filmic word because there are so many actors and directors inside of it.
I think maybe they just try to establish it with Sony games because Ghost of Tsushima is also called Director's Cut, the PS5 edition.
But this is truly a director's cut, I think, because it has some enhanced story stuff. It has this I think it's a flashback or so on another island. So there is definitely something where you say, okay, we shot a flashback for this movie, but it is really necessary. We're running over 180 hours, but we want to be 140 hours the longest. So skip that flashback because it's not necessary. Now you have it in. So I think that's truly a director's cut.
But I still think it's maybe more Sony saying, hey, let's call it a director's cut, it sounds nice. There's more content, so...
Yeah, I think that's the marketing. That's also a marketing thing. Yes, director's cut sounds like, oh, the boss itself
Yeah.
took his pen and said, no, you have to.
It's also a bit funny, I mean, everyone knows Kojima, but who was the lead game designer for Ghost of Tsushima? I don't know, the guy who works at Sucker Punch for a couple of years, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Kojima is someone who really did a good job making himself a very, yes, a VIP person in that business. Yeah, and we listen when there is somewhere there is Hideo Kojima new games. Everyone is reading that article. So even where we know what's going on, and I think back in the days in the 90s there was Dave Perry. You know him. Dave Perry was the one behind the Earthworm Jim games.
Oh yeah.
And he was very, very VIP popular in the gaming business at this time. Dave Perry, yes. The Earthworm Jim games, and he was
also involved with the TV show, right?
I think so. Did you see the Earthworm Jim TV show?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I actually have more memories of the TV show. I think I didn't play that much of the games.
Yes, I played them.
But I really loved it. I remember loving the TV show.
The TV show was funny as hell. That was really good. Very underestimated, I think. Yes, he was behind the Earthworm Jim games, and I think it was part of the team that developed Aladdin on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
And he produced a game I really loved on PS1. It's called Wild 9.
What was that about?
That was, you know that game's Pandemonium? You know that games? It's a 2.5D jump and run stuff. Oh, what else can I compare? So sometimes you have one track where your figure is moving, but sometimes that track leads to the background and so, or around a hill, and that was the style of that game. It was a future game like, and you were a guy, and he had a weapon called the rig. It was on his shoulder, and he shot some stuff like the Ghostbusters had. Yeah, and so you could grab robots with that, and you could smash them to the bottom or throw them into some machines and stuff. And that was the way you killed the robots. It was very, very good. Also, a very underestimated game. Wild 9 on PlayStation 1. Yeah, well, what you can do here in Port Royal 4, for sure, it's not only about trading. So you can, if you have enough fame in a town, so you can ask for permission to build up your own business, your own industry, which is pretty cool. And so you can increase your... Oh,
We have the best parts of the
we have
treasure.
the best parts of the treasure map. Oh.
Well, I guess it's somewhere underwater.
And for sure, you also have to take care for
Today, the war
your
between Spain and England ends.
the the health of your people in your hometown, because
Yeah.
there also plagues can happen.
Now that you say it, it's actually a good idea. Let's build some stuff.
So let's build a hospital first.
I will
I think.
Build a residential area and then
Oh, yeah,
the
that's
other
great.
stuff.
And you can see that when there is a plague, there is this pestilence mask
Yeah.
displayed on there. What else can you do? You can be a pirate. So you can choose you can change your flag, and if you're strong enough, and so you can gain more ships if you don't sink them. And yeah, you can go onto a treasure hunt. You are sometimes in war with other nations.
I was actually waiting for a war so I can rob towns, but
Yeah, that's right.
Fortunately, I was too late. It just ended.
It was too late for war.
Yeah. Well, I guess there are worse things, but
Oh, sorry. Come on, you missed war.
Yeah,
It's over now.
I thought it was at least one more week of fighting. I'm so sorry.
Missed the war. You missed the whole fun. Oh yes, there is. We talked about VIPs. Here is, for me, someone, Royale. I look sexy as hell today. No, I don't think so. My shoulders are still hurting. I'm so tired because I can only sleep in stints at night. Because I tried to sleep on my back when you are in your dreams, and then you turn around, and then on the shoulder, and then you're back in the reality. But Raziel, I forgot my my pirate hat and my eye patch, because for that I have to steal them from my kids. Captain, my captain. Yes, I was at the physio
Greetings.
on Monday, and I do have some physiotherapist dates until one time per week until October 25th. But yesterday it really felt awful. It was really painful. After work, I went to the supermarket and had to get some stuff, and that was really, really terrible. And the night was terrible as well. But today, suddenly, today is a really good day. Today is the best day in weeks. Fingers crossed, both of them. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yes, I hope so as well. But I was not too late. They said, the doctor and the physiotherapist told me I was not too late, because otherwise some people say, it hurts, but I can live with that, and then this ends in a surgery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it was strange. So suddenly, at a point, I think in end of spring or so, it starts hurting in my right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
But it was only one spot, and it's okay. Sometimes things are hurting.
Yeah.
So it's nothing serious. But it got at one point I was done, and then I said, no, okay, I have to go to the doctor. This is not good. And my wife said, oh, come on, let's take an aspirin or Ibu or something like that. and I put that in, and then whoa, feeling great. I don't need the doctor again. Can eat 2 of them per day. My wife said, no, you can't. You have to go to the doctor, please. No, these things are great. You're still too young for permanent damage. Do you know how old I am? Do you know how old I am? No.
No.
No. People always think, and that's really nice, and it depends. Today I shaved my hair, and I really look much older when I'm not shaved.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm in style, then people don't know how old I am. Raziel. Do you know who Raziel is?
From Soul Reaver.
Yeah, Soul Reaver.
I didn't play all parts.
Yes, we
but,
talked about this this series.
But I really liked Blood Omen 2,
Yeah.
even though it's just like a prequel and not that important, I guess, in the
it was
great story.
It
but
was a very good game, but it was not necessary for the whole story. It feels like a game that was developed and they had not in mind to make this a Legacy of Kain game, but then I think Eidos, Crystal Dynamics, those team, those
I switched on the pirate.
this team, I think they saw that game and said, "Whoa, we can put that vampire in there and make it a good Legacy of Kain game." It feels like that,
Maybe,
but it's a good game, but it is not important for the.
I was also wondering, maybe I just remember it wrong, but that's great. I think it wasn't like the backstory there was a bit different than what you hear in the other games. I think.
No, it was a little bit more. Okay, the story is that you discover that there was a big war between a vampiric species, which is not prominent in that time where the game mainly plays. It was some creatures blue with wings, and they're called the vampires. And they fought against another race, the Hills.
Yeah, those I know.
Yes, and the Hills were part of that game, of that Blood Omen 2 game.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, that didn't fit that right, because it was a big mystery about that Hills. You only saw some drawings on walls and all that stuff, and you saw, well, there were these winged creatures fighting, and you realize, oh, okay, those were the former vampires, but who are the other guys? And you never really discovered that until they arrived. I think in Soul Reaver 2 they took control over some beasts, and you could see that because they had green eyes, and they were talking, and they knew a little bit more.
Oh yeah, right.
And they took a little bit of that mystery in Blood Omen 2, that they, in the meantime, they arrived again and then disappeared again. That, you know.
I remember they were, I think, also in Legacy of Kain Defiance.
Yes, there was, but I think the Hills were not so prominent in Defiance. But everything was leading towards that new creating war. I think the Hills took control in the end. I can't spoil this because I think no one will start playing a story which is unfinished yet and won't be finished. Unfortunately. There is a character called Janus Audren, And in the first Blood Omen, you find the Heart of Darkness, which
With the first one, you mean the really, really old one?
the Blood Omen, the top-down version.
Yeah, okay.
Yes. Okay, was it version 4.0? Yes, it's version 4.0. Yes, me in version 4.0. It was fun for Kane's own story, but was, as you say, not really needed for the story. Yes, he's the same opinion. Isn't the same? Okay, where? The very, very first Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, you found the Heart of Darkness, and there is some mystery around that. Like, it was the heart of the most terrible vampire of all times, Janus Audron.
Okay.
And when the humans caught him, they ripped his heart out of his body. And later on in the story, you're playing Royale, and then you discover that Royale was that human who ripped off the heart from Janus Audron.
Okay.
And you also find out that Janus Audron is the nicest guy in the whole series. Yeah, and he's still such a blue vampire with that wings. Yeah.
I would say we can switch to the Buccaneer mode.
Yes, why
probably,
not?
Because fighting at the moment doesn't go so good.
Okay. Wow, you really know your Legacy of Kain games. Yes. Yes, because it really meant something for me. It was... I really loved Blood Omen. I played it, I don't know how many times. And then Soul Reaver was awesome. Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2 was a good game. Yes, we talked about it. And then Defiance. I was so... That scene in the end of Soul Reaver 2 when Raziel becomes the power of that sword. There's a special sword.
Yeah, I know.
And that has a very special power. And this sword is called the Soul Reaver.
Yeah.
And the sword gets the power through the character Raziel. And there is a scene, because there are the pillars of Nosgoth.
Yeah.
And every pillar has his responsibility. Yeah, but in the end of Blood Omen, you can choose between you can free all the pillars, or the other one is you are now the leader of all the pillars. And this is the true ending where Soul Reaver starts. That Kain took all the power.
Yeah.
And he really knows what's going on in Nosgoth, but he's only talking in riddles all the time. And he says he can throw a coin and make it land on the bottom, and it will every time it will choose a side, but there is one chance that the coin lands on the edge. Yes, and this point in the end of Soul Reaver 2, Kain realized now it's the edge, and then Raziel gets into that sword. Yeah, I think that's right. It's one of the greatest stories in gaming for me. Yes, definitely. The time travels, they were so clever. So the Soul Reaver was so dark and gritty, and everything was so post-apocalyptical. And then in Soul Reaver 2, in the end of Soul Reaver 1, you met... who was the name? It's not... Möbius, that's right, yeah. Mortanius was that death guy. You met Möbius, that's right, and he teleported you into the past where Vorador was still alive. He was a vampire who lived in the swamps, had a mansion there in the swamps. Yeah, great stuff, great stuff. Can talk all day long about this game. How I hated that they ended with a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It really felt like when I was a kid and watching Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings, and it ended at the battle for Helm's Deep, and then it was done. No sequel, nothing.
Yeah.
And I was a kid. I was asking them, do you really think I'm going to read all these books now? I did that, yes, but
You did it with a lot of anger.
yes.
And then a couple of years later, you play those great Legacy of Kain games, and then after Defiance, you think, oh, that was great. I'm looking forward to the next part. 5 years later, damn it, they did it again.
They screwed me again. The same people. Those were the same. I know that. Know that there is something. Supremacy. And that is the reason why I will not go into theaters to watch Dune. Because we don't know if there will be a sequel.
How many parts do they want to make? 3 for now?
2.
Okay.
That's the plan. I think there were possibilities to do more because I'm not so into the books. But I think that main, can I call it main story? I don't know if there is a Dune expert out there. You can correct me, please. That main story, I think they planned 2 movies, yes. But shall I spend 2.5 hours in a movie that maybe is really amazing and I like it? If I wouldn't like it, then okay, I spent 2.5 hours in a movie I didn't like and it's okay, that's it for me. But if I like it and I'm looking forward, then they say, sorry.
Well, but maybe it's at least a complete story in the movie. Maybe they end the story at a good part. Maybe.
Yes, you should make part 2 possible. Okay, that's another point, yeah. I should go to the cinema to be a part of that, making that possible. No, I won't. So I can't blame other people, make them responsible for not going into theaters.
I see it already when they think about making the second part. We really would like to do one more part, but the amount of one more soul ticket just broke the whole plan.
We needed one more. They're sitting there. There's a chart or something, a digital chart. The bing, bing. Oh, we only need 3 more tickets sold. Yes, 2, 1. And I'm in front of the theater. No. Then everything ends.
The director then goes to the next room where the cameraman and makeup artists are already waiting. Sorry guys, go home.
You're fired.
We were so close.
No, he went to the next room and signs another contract for the next movie.
Yeah, then he will start to make Transformers movies because he just gave up.
I had some Transformers figures when I was younger, but I didn't like playing with them that much because you watch the cartoons and then there were those cars and airplanes and stuff and they are transforming and bam, 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 and then they're fighting. But when you played that stuff, yeah, you made that truck and that car from the other side and they should clash, but it was not in that fight. No, it was like, so the whole transformation turned into a Nicholas Winding Refn thing, you know. So we're waiting 10 minutes until Patrick has transformed his figures and now fight. Oh, please, no more Transformers movies. Yes, more Transformers movies. More.
Well, it make good ones, then you can make more. But I heard that Bumblebee movie was alright, so...
I didn't like this. It is not my favorite part. I've heard that many people liked it, but I was not a big fan of the Bumblebee movie. I like what they did at the beginning of the first one, and I like that the fourth one with Mark Wahlberg. I like this one.
Really?
Yeah.
It looked quite bad.
No, amazing. I'm not a huge fan of what they did with Transformers. Definitely not. I wish they had made it like they did in that military camp at the beginning of the first one, where Blackout, that helicopter, lands, and he transformed, and then he walked like a mech,
Okay.
and not like a couple of minutes later they started to breakdance and stuff. You know, but in that point, everything was so dark, and this lights coming, pointing at the camera. You as the viewer couldn't, you barely see what's going on, and there was this wild camera movement, and this awesome thing stepped through that military camp, fired these rockets and stuff. That was really cool, and the Decepticons were talking. Not in our speech, they had their own code, and that made it a little bit more like an Independence Day feeling, you know?
Okay.
And that was what I liked, but a couple of minutes later they started to break dance, and then, okay, but we all have to say they made millions of dollars, so maybe they did the right decision. Maybe my decision, if they had made the movies like I wanted it, so that there were more fans that would say, "Well, that was a great movie," but the whole, they didn't get the whole masses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you cannot say anything bad about Michael Bay's way. I think you can talk a little bit of the way he's working. So he's yelling a lot. He's getting very mad pretty fast.
Well, maybe he's just yelling because all the time something is exploding. He has to be that loud.
I think it's not very easy to work with him. I think working with a Christopher Nolan, for example, is much more relaxing. I've worked with a couple of directors for scenic TV shows, and we also had some directors that were like, I'm the best, and it was not very easy to work with them. And there were other directors that were really calm, and it seems that they had everything under control, and we had shorter production days with these guys. Everything felt more relaxed and slower. The other ones tried to rush, but we had at least 2 to 3 hours longer production days. So that was really strange, you know what I mean? So I can imagine that Christopher Nolan can shoot more scenes, although he's more a calm guy, than someone who tries to rush it. That's my experience about that. Of course he had to shout, yes. Do you have a favorite Michael Bay movie? Or is Michael Bay completely... no.
No, I mean, probably I don't like most of his movies, but there are a couple of movies I enjoyed. It's more of a guilty pleasure, but I actually kind of like the Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys, cool.
It's ridiculous. It's kind of, it's pretty dumb actually, but it's too long. It's like one movie and another half of a movie.
Yeah.
But it's kind of fun.
Yeah, I like all the Bad Boys movies. Even the third one, I was surprised that it was quite watchable.
The third one, I heard a lot of good stuff, but when I watched it, I was like, I don't know,
Oh, okay.
but it's not the worst thing
Yeah, I know what you mean.
to like more.
I like the island. The island is really good. It's but it's like he tried to do something with a deep and clever story, but at one point he said, "Ah, come on, let's make a Michael Bay movie." Yes. You have got to love the way Bay does things. I mean, everything is just so action-packed. Yes, but that is the point. When Michael Bay came with his movies, the action cinema was dead, and it was about to die. Really close. There were not so
Wait,
good
but
things.
he started in the 90s.
He started in the 90s, yes.
And Heat was also in the 90s, right? That's a very great action movie.
It's a great movie, yes, but there were not many. It was not like in the 80s where action movies was the coolest thing, and they started to. But he really saved the action cinema, in my opinion, with that Bad Boys movie, and he also did The Rock.
The Rock is a good movie, yeah.
And all that stuff, and it is because he mixed the art of traditional movie making, and he was a director for music videos, and so he mixed a little bit of that and creating another look, and I think that counts.
I mean, also Robert Rodriguez started in the 90s. And he did a lot of good action movies.
Yes, but Robert Rodriguez as well as Quentin Tarantino, their movies did not perform that well in the box office as Michael Bay movies, for example, did. So everyone is talking about Quentin Tarantino and he's so cool and he's so great. His movies were not that huge blockbusters.
Pulp Fiction made a lot of money, but at that time he didn't make like big action movies. That's true, yeah.
Such a great failure in PC gaming history. A great game once developed by... What? Why? Tales of Mystery. Explain us a little bit more. That would be really helpful. Because I've heard many people telling me that Port Royale 3 was a really good game, and Port Royale 4 as well. So I cannot complain at the moment. But give us a few details. What did you like most in the past? That would be really helpful. Pirate bark.
Let's buy one.
Why not?
Or two.
Or two.
Let's have a look at the town. See what's going on. A lot of people running around.
Do we have another inn here?
I think not yet. It's my own town and I didn't build it. But maybe in the other towns.
Need revenge for that shame.
To be honest, I hope another person is in the inn to play against. Another Michael Bay movie that I think is not that bad is that 13 Hours movie. At least in regards to action, it's quite well made, I think.
13 hours?
Yeah. It's about Benghazi. It had a terrible trailer, but the movie was alright. I think John Krasinski was in it.
Yes. Yes. I haven't seen it. Yeah, the Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. Yes.
It's only hard to tell.
Was that the? Isn't that the story where they are in that military camp, which is surrounded by, which is in a valley or so? Or was, no, that was
I
a
think
different.
you mean 12 Strong or what it's called.
Yeah.
It's when the embassy was attacked, I think. They show like different attacks in the city. I don't know if it was really like that. I think it's probably quite exaggerated in the movie to make it more interesting, but it's well made.
Okay.
The only problem is I think it's only a SEAL team or something like that, and they all are guys with a full beard, and they have either brown or red hair, so they all look the same, and it's a bit hard to keep track who is doing what and who is who.
Okay. No updates since its released. Since its release. Okay, but it's a very huge game. Don't say Buccaneer DLC as a core content. Then there's turn-based. Okay, I've heard a couple of people that were not so happy with turn-based. Me personally, I like it. Who will ditch its core real-time ship battles to turn-based after? I was pretty happy with that decision, switching to turn-based. You didn't like Port Royal 3 for its lack of content, comparing Port Royal 2. Now it seems Port Royal 3 is better. Okay, you definitely have your points. That's sometimes it doesn't work for everyone. We cannot make it for everyone. I'm pretty sorry that this series didn't turn for you as well, but I hope you still can enjoy the other games. And maybe we have another game in our library where you say, that's okay. Maybe check out Disciples Liberation coming out next month. We made a couple of streams about this game, and we will have some more in the next couple of weeks until the release. Maybe this is something for you, but overall, but thanks for writing. This is very important stuff. Just write down which problems you have with the game. That helps us more. For yourself, it's much better. I have no problem with that. I always have an ear for complainings like that, and not just, oh, this game is okay. That doesn't help us. Oh, we had a very, very hard stream with Disciples Liberation, with a lot of hard and uncomfortable questions from the community when I streamed with Eric from Freema Studio. But we took all even the uncomfortable questions. I think that's very important. That's why we're here. It wouldn't make sense to, oh no, I don't like this question. Yeah, come ignore it. No, that's not the point.
Damn it. Lost a ship. I forgot to take a crew with me.
Constructive criticism is a really good thing. It helps fuel change. That's the point. If there is someone who has the point, I don't like this and this, but that is okay. That's not my... That's okay. That's how a conversation works. It didn't met your expectations. I can totally understand that. I had a couple of games in my life, in my past, where the same thing happened. You guys have fun. Happy streaming. Yes, Tales of Mystery. Maybe you will on Friday there is Space Based Utopia on the Nintendo Switch stream. If you are a Nintendo Switch user, maybe this is something for you. And yes, for sure, check out Disciples Liberation if you like fantasy games. Yeah, cool. Goodbye. Der Siegwart setzt die Segel. Ahoi. What is with us? Did we conquer the whole Caribbean?
No, I lost badly, so I returned to a couple of towns to get a crew together and get a ship.
Like a wet dog, is crawling back to its own country.
Well, when I return, it's payback time, so I just wanted to. It's kind of a distraction, you know. I get there with 3 ships and only a captain. They beat me and think, oh, he's easy to beat, and then I return and yeah. It's all a master plan.
No, we're
so
fetching
to
up
say.
fetching up our bigger brothers.
Okay, let's try again.
Will you play this Disciples Liberation at home then on your PS4? Or will you wait until...
If I play it, then probably on PC.
Oh, okay, yeah, for sure.
But I don't know when.
I have to try the gamepad controlling. It looked pretty good when Konstantin and Jan played it with a controller. I only played it with mouse and keyboard, but for me usually gamepad is the preferred thing.
Have you played any of the other Disciples games? Oh,
A little bit. A little bit.
well, I guess they will defeat me again. What I just forgot was we don't have finished the tutorial here, so we don't have the Queen Anne.
Queen Anne,
And
yeah.
that's too bad.
Huge fan of the new Disciples game. Did you just see it in our streams, or do you was a part of the closed beta? That would be interesting. Yeah, the new Disciples game is really good, and I played a couple of Calypso games in my free time, especially Immortal Realms and Space Based Utopia. And definitely Disciples Liberation will be the next one I'm gonna play. And I played Dark.
How far are you? Have you finished it?
No, because I made a Let's Play series on Calypso Live with Dark, I think 5 or 6 episodes, and then I had to stop it. And now I'm afraid to continue it, because maybe then people say, "Oh, you can continue the game," but I played it on Xbox 360, and there are no save slots. You know, there's only one save game, and then I had to restart it and playing it to this point, and it's not an easy game. And I'm pretty proud that I made it that far. But I really want to finish it. You still playing the beta? Oh, cool. Yeah, like I said, I've played 6.5 hours now. But I played a version which was more forgiving. Which with features that are not in the final game, so I definitely have to restart it. So maybe when it comes out on October 21st, I try to get a key for myself for my Series S, and I will bring my Series S in here and start it from new there. I'm planning to do some sort of an open stream, 4 hours long, on release day, and where everyone who is still in the house, so there is a release team for sure.
Yeah.
People can come into the studio, having a nice time with me, even if they have 10 minutes or 20 minutes or so. It doesn't matter. It's not a must. And some colleagues coming in here, and we're talking about the game and stuff. And if there are some people here that don't want to be in front of the camera, so I will open Discord so they can join via voice,
Yeah.
and then hanging around a little bit with me, and we start playing that game and making some sort of a let's play stuff, and the first 4 hours in that stream. So maybe we will start 1 hour before release time, so making some sort of a countdown and stuff, and so you only have 3 minutes left to get the pre-order discount. I think that's a nice idea.
Yeah, it sounds good.
And I can make progress during my work time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Private work progress during... That's great. That's so good. So clever, is that? Yes, it's I like that turn-based thing. Think about what can you do next. What might the opponent...
Yeah, but now it's a bit tricky because the enemy is quite strong.
Yeah.
So what I decided to do was board all his ships. That's the only one left. But wait, I didn't activate the ability yet. Okay, now. So that should be safe.
And maybe it's not that bad idea.
So I was the enemy was much more superior in ships and people, and you see, I managed to board all his ships.
Cool.
My plan worked. They thought I was easy prey. Now they all belong to me.
Cool. So maybe it's also not a bad idea to...
Oh, damn it.
What?
I was attacked right again.
Oh, come on. And now we're really...
But wait, maybe I will lose some ships, but...
Enric Spans. Ooh.
Too bad that the enemy always starts.
Nice one. Well played.
Maybe we should just try the same again. I'm pretty sure I will lose at least this ship, but...
Sometimes there is a healing ability, but...
Yeah, but I used it already, and
okay.
now it's gone, unfortunately.
Now it's pretty loud here. Maybe we have to shout now like Michael Bay. Being understandable here.
Well, but the good thing is they all attacked on this flank, and here are my two beat up ships, so damaged ships. Maybe I can just grab their ships. Oh, that's probably too close. Ah, damn it. Well.
Very tough ones. Yes, 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 yes.
Let's hope he won't be next. Oh, damn it. Okay, but at least he didn't kill this ship.
Yeah, yes, yes, that was. I tried to flee. You have any plans for the rest of the evening? Special?
Maybe I will watch this TV show.
This Nicholas Winding Refn one.
Yeah, this
Yes.
very special,
Really?
very long show that feels even longer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching people look at each other for at least a minute. And establishing shots that take like 5 minutes at least. Oh no, they got me. Well, we all expected that.
Yeah. So you're not in the mood of continue playing stuff at home?
Today, no. Actually, I started a couple of games.
A couple?
Yeah, and that's a bit... It feels kind of overwhelming.
Yeah, I can understand that, yeah. And then you don't know what...
Exactly, yeah.
Shall I play this or that? It's strange, yes. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Some of the games that I started are like preparation or to compare with games that we currently are developing.
Oh, okay.
So those I usually play at the weekend or something like that.
People want to know which game. No, go ahead.
I
Just
don't
kidding.
say a word.
Just kidding.
But those games are pretty great. One of them is a bit old and clunky in regards to the controls, but
Okay.
when the project is getting released, I will talk about it maybe.
Cool. Yeah, so then you can maybe giving some sort of an overview how you're starting that process of analyzing all that stuff and yes, I think that's really interesting. I think most of the people have a wrong imagination of that. What you guys are doing is just sitting there and playing games. So no, it's you can really have influence on
Yeah.
how the game later works.
And I think it's good to influence a game because sometimes you just sit there and think, guys, why don't you do it like that or this way? And yeah, it's good when you say it and people are actually listening. So
Yeah.
all right, one ship was boarded.
Cool.
I think we can the other ones. We can get the other ones too.
Use both broadsides.
Yeah. Ah, damn it! We can't reach it.
He's very strong.
Well, we lost one ship, but still we boarded all the other ones. Let's hope we don't get attacked right away again. And now we have to return back home because our convoy is full. Oh, damn it!
I will not finish that one. Try your best and
I will just go automatic, even though it's
Yeah.
risky, I think. But
yes.
oh,
What?
that went well.
Well,
We
victory.
didn't lose a single ship. Well,
Da-da-da-da.
okay.
Change the flag.
No, I'm in Buccaneer mode. I'm always a pirate. now.
Yeah, okay, you're right. That's a pirate, yeah. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Are you watching any shows at the moment?
I watched the He-Man and the Masters
Ah,
of the
yeah, right,
Universe
yeah.
show at the weekend. And I tried to transform myself into the 8-year version of myself,
Oh.
sitting there Saturday in the morning with some cornflakes, watching cartoons and stuff, and that really worked, and I really enjoyed it.
Wait, did you say 8 or 80? Because I understood 80 and I was a bit confused now.
8.
Ah, okay.
8. And after this show, I would go to my parents. We need to go to the toy store. I need all that toys from that show. I really liked it. And yeah, there was another point. So when the trailer came out of this new show, and the people were already pissed because of the Revelations show, Masters of the Universe Revelation, which has them 50-50. It depends on the platform you were. People hated it or people loved it, and I personally I loved it because it felt like Masters of the Universe is grown up together
Yeah.
with me. It felt very adult-like. And this show now is a kids version, which is not bad, but because of that whole style and stuff, after the trailer you could see all the same haters. Oh, you destroy! No one destroyed anything. If you don't want to see it, then just skip it. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But this show was made for younger people. To bring them the Masters of the Universe in another way, and it was pretty clever what they did. And even for people like me, Masters of the Universe experts that are really in depth, know the true name of almost every character, it was really nice because there were some hints there, where you say, ah, come on, nice, this is this character, and he will turn into that, and I think that was really good, and had a great time, and I watched it again with my daughter to see how her reaction, if she likes it or not. And she really liked it, and she knows what Masters of the Universe is, and she liked that the most. And so for me it was like, okay, yes, it's for her age, yeah, for this generation. But I have no problem transforming myself into into my 8 years me, and watching it through these eyes and not taking everything so serious. And there are a lot of people there, they're feeling harmed in a personal way just because of a TV show, you know. You can say, well, it is not what I expected because of this and that, and then skip it. Just like here, Tales of Mystery, who was there and told us why he doesn't like Port Royale 4, for example. And then it's okay. But he still likes his older ones, and that is okay. And yeah, you know what I mean. You guys, you all know what I mean.
That's also what I think sounds like. I finally found.
What a finish! You planned this. You planned this in the last minute. You found the 10th village.
And it looks beautiful.
That was worthy enough. So people, guys out there, boys and girls, if you want to tell other people about this stream, about the highlight, you can tell them, go to Calypso Live on YouTube, go to the VOD from this stream and skip to the very last minute because this is that thing we worked on to show you
Like a short form of this stream.
Yeah.
You just see the beginning where I say, "Oh, let's try find the camp," and in the end, "Oh, I found it."
We made it.
Yeah.
Great stream. Thanks. You are awesome. Okay, thanks. Okay, switch. Yes, thanks for watching and chatting with us tonight here in this pre-release stream of Port Royale 4, which will be out on the Xbox Series X here for sure, and as download for the Series S for sure as well. And the PS5, the Xbox One looks so translucent because of the green screen. So maybe, wait a second. Wait a second. Ha! Ha! No, it looks like that. Cool. Yes, available on Friday, the 24th of September, PS4, Xbox Series X and S. So you can, if you have a PS5 or a Microsoft console, and you have you already have Port Royale 4, then you can upgrade that. Isn't that nice? I think so. Thanks, Jens. You're also, yes. See you next time, The Alchemist. Yes, see you guys next time on Friday, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. is the German release stream for Space-Based Utopia on the Nintendo Switch. Then I will have a 1-hour break, and then I will be back in the German stream. There will be the one of the developer, Realmforge. Maybe a time to ask some questions, and the international stream is only with me. I didn't find a partner for that from the usual time, 7 p.m. To 9 p.m. Thanks, Wlad. And
You're welcome.
until next time, bye.
Bye.